Hello my lovelies, a blessed weekend to you all and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for always stopping by, and if this is your very first time coming across my channel, you are most welcome. My name is Happiness, so please sit tight as I walk you through this amazing recipe. So these are the ingredients I'm going to be using for our Achi soup. So for my protein, I have some beef shanks, I also have some cow foot, and I also have some beef tendon. Beef tendon does wonders to your Achi soup. I also have some cow tripe, also known as shaki, and I'll also be needing some cow skin, also known as ponmo. In my bowl here, I have one bulb of chopped purple or red onion, whichever you choose to call it. And I also have some periwinkle. For me, I think Achi soup is not complete without periwinkle, but if you don't have it, skip it. I also have some snails, and I also have some crayfish, which I'm going to blend or grind. I also have some palm oil for that beautiful, irresistible peachy color. I have some dried shrimps or dried prawns, and I also have my Scotch bonnet. So I'm going to be using the red and yellow Scotch bonnet. I also have some seasoning cubes. So for my Achi soup, I prefer the Maggi crayfish seasoning. I think it does wonders, like it gives it a better taste. I don't know, what do you think? I also have the head of the dried prawns, which I'm going to be blending roughly, okay? And also, I will be needing some salt to taste. Of course, every meal deserves a little salt to taste. I have my frozen Uziza leaf. Yeah, this is a fresh frozen Uziza leaves. And also, I'll be needing some Uziza seed. Like Uziza does wonders to your Achi soup. If for some reasons you don't like seeing the leaves in your soup, please by all means do not skip using the seed. Like it does wonders to your soup, except you are allergic to Uziza, then you can skip it. If you are not allergic, please do not skip it, okay? I'll also be needing some stockfish and some dried fish, okay? And yeah, so for the star of the day, of course there is no Achi soup without Achi. So this small but mighty sweetheart here is more important than all these ingredients here as far as today's recipe is concerned. So we will be needing some Achi to get our Achi soup. So these are all the ingredients we're going to be using for this soup today. All I want you to do is to sit tight and watch me walk you through how I prepare my Achi soup. So I'm going to be cooking my tough meat in my power quick pot. So if you have been following me on this channel, you will know how much I love this pot because it is a lifesaver. Like it saves me so much time in the kitchen, especially when I am in a hurry. So all I'm going to do is to cook this meat with lots of onion, season with some salt and some seasoning cubes, and I'll just add a little bit of Cameroon pepper just to give it that spiky taste. I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, so that is all I'm going to be doing basically. So if you noticed, I added the cow tripe earlier, but I took it off because I don't want it to overcook, so I took it off camera. Please pardon my if the video is shaking, please pardon it. I have my boy under my tripod like shaking and kicking it, so please once in a while you just see a little shake, ignore it. That little man over there is just, he's not just helping matters today, but what do? We move. Okay, so please just sit tight and watch how we do this. Thank you. So I'm just going to be adding 2 cups of water just to level up with the meat, and then I'm going to cook it. So I had to make sure I seasoned this very, very well because growing up I was taught For every delicious meal you make, the foundation is really, really important. So you want to make sure you do this properly, especially if you're using an electrical pot or something you don't have control over. So on my stove top, I'm going to be cooking my cow tripe. I'm going to season this with some onion, salt, seasoning cubes, and a little bit of Cameroon pepper, just like I did to the other one. So you want to do this so everything is in unison. The taste is in unison and it tastes so well. So this is what I'm going to be doing while the tough meat is cooking in my power quick pot. My cow tripe will be cooking on my stove top. So I'm just going to cover this and allow it to keep. So please don't go because we are still cooking. So my lovelies, after 45 minutes, our cow tripe is about 60% cooked. So all I'm going to be doing now is to add my snails to this pot. Of course, you know, snails are a bit tough, so I'm going to be adding the snails to soften it a bit. I'm also going to be adding my stockfish just to soften them a bit before we start cooking. And at this point, the other meat is done cooking and I have depressurized it, waiting for this to be ready, and then we get cooking. So please keep watching. So my lovelies, in my pot, I'm going to be adding our already cooked meat. Yes, it is time we get started. Okay, this Achi soup is long awaited, so let's get cooking. And to this pot, I'm also going to be adding the cow tripe, but I'm going to be leaving the snails and the stockfish later because I don't want them to overcook. So I'm just going to basically add this, and I'm also going to be adding our prawns, the dried prawns. I'm going to be adding it at this point, and I'm also going to be adding our blended crayfish. Yeah, this crayfish, I blended it with the pepper. So yeah, that is it. And I'm also going to be adding my Uziza seed now. Like you guys, before now, I used to add my Uziza seed like that. But I met an amazing sister here, that's the Joyful Cook, who taught me how to do this properly. So I had to sift it. I had to dissolve it in water and then sift it to get rid of the chaff. I'm also going to be adding my palm oil. You guys, what is Achi soup without palm oil? Look at that beautiful color. So we're going to allow this to cook and then we get back. So my lovelies, at this point, our soup is 75% ready. So all I'm going to do now basically is to add the rest of the ingredients. But I tasted earlier and it wasn't spicy enough for me, so I am adding some Cameroon pepper. All I'm going to do now is to add the dried fish, the stockfish, the periwinkle, and the snails, and then I will allow this to simmer a bit. Okay, and hey, thank you so much for watching up until now. I do appreciate you. So at this point, if you haven't given this video a thumbs up, please take out time to do so, and I will really appreciate it. And if you're not yet a part of my family, please feel free to be a part of my family. Come on, let's grow this channel together. All you need to do is just to smash that subscribe button and turn on the bell icon so you get notified whenever I drop another content. So this soup has boiled properly and it is time to introduce our Achi. Like, you know, I always say on this channel, whenever you're preparing a meal with soup thickeners, please be careful with the quantity you use, because when the soup gets cold, it even gets thicker. So you want to make sure you have that in mind. Thank you. So I'm just going to allow and stir properly and allow this to simmer. So I'm just going to allow this to simmer a bit, and then boom, it has simmered properly. So this is cooked perfectly, and it is time to introduce our last ingredient, which is the Uziza leaves. Like, you guys, this place smells so divine, and it's not just smelling so divine, this soup tasted heavenly. Like, we enjoyed every bit of it. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. And please always remember, if you can imagine it, believe in it, then you can achieve it. Until I come your way again, stay safe and stay blessed, and always know that I love you.